Alright, you guys, it's the Cursed Prophet back with another video, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys now, I believe there's going to be a name change. I was going to eventually, I think it's patent, when you trademark your name. I was going to trademark this name, and I still might, but I discussed it with a sister of mine, and an African queen of mine, and she asked me about the name, and a couple people have asked about the name, and like, where'd it come from? How'd you get it? And I was gonna wait until I had a really big following, and I was gonna come out and tell you like my story about how I got into spirituality, how I got into the name, and why I choose to call myself the Cursed Prophet. And she was like, well, of course, I know the word curse can shy maybe some clients off, and have people saying, well, they might not want to deal with somebody who's going around calling themselves cursed, and it's totally not in that way. I will talk with the ancestors about it, so I'm going to probably stop saying the introduction like that. But people know, my friends know, when I get on this video and say it's the Cursed Prophet back with another video, y'all know what the fuck it is. Let's talk about Regina King. So I calculated the motherfucking numbers, and I already knew what the fuck it was. And I'm going to let them grieve, but I have to say what I need to say. I find it very hard to believe that a woman of Regina King's stature and her energy and her as a parent, although I don't know her. I don't know any of the celebrities I talk about, so everything is alleged. And metaphysical, stories or evidence cannot be proven right now, but it will eventually. Take it with a grain of salt, take it, take it how you want to, but I definitely think her son had the depression spirit sent to him, and that's what led him to do whatever he did. I have not looked more into it. I don't know if they released what he actually did to commit suicide, but I do remember, I think last year or a couple years back, she was on is it the Black Girls Rock or the Black Girls Honors, where they honor like all the black women, and I think that just started like happening. Like, I don't think that award show's been around too long. It may have been. I don't really be on TV like that. I get most of my information from YouTube. Like, YouTube is my spot. I don't watch TV. I wouldn't watch YouTube if I could, if the bootleg man was still around. But or I'll say this: I don't watch programmed TV. I don't need any more programming, But I calculated the numbers, and I came in and said that Betty White was the Christ energy, but I'm gonna go ahead and reverse that. Not reverse it, but I'm gonna say that Betty White led us into the Christ energy. And I need my props because I made a couple predictions at the very last week at the end of 2021, and I told you guys that we were going to have some deaths for some really big stars, A-list stars, and it happened more than what I saw. But I'm going to say this: Betty White led us into the crucifixion energy, the Christ energy, the Capricorn energy, and Regina King's son finished it off. So he was the actual crucifying of Christ. He is that energy. He was that energy. He took form and got into formation for that energy. I don't know how much he has to do with it. We don't really know how these sacrifices go down, but it's sounding like how most of them go down. They're not around, and then when they come back, the person's dead and gone. Or they're dead. They go in for surgery, like Donda West, and they don't come out alive. I know this is hitting a lot of people, especially as black folks, on a different level, because we respect Regina King in a different way because of the way that she acts. We just, I feel like we all feel like she carries herself she carries herself like she has a pedigree, and she does, and we put her on a pedestal. But I knew when she was on that Black Girls Honors, Black Girls Rocks, whatever the fuck that award show was, and she was reading all those names. I believe that the past actresses, I think black actresses, I believe is what she read off, that have already passed, transcended and died. I think she called out people like Dorothy Dandridge and so on. I knew when she was reading those names and calling upon the ancestors, because us who know. But I knew when she read those names that she was practicing something, and I knew she was going to take off. Now, since we are aware of a lot more things now, she may not take off really fast this year, but you're going to see her in effect. Oscars, Grammys, Academies, all that. I'm just curious, though, because I want to know, like, are they going to use his spirit for something? Are they going to pull some Mayombe shit? and put her son inside of a pot somewhere. You guys better enjoy these videos because my platform is getting ready to go to a different direction. You know, the powers that be will just say, I got a call and I have to protect my family and be, you know, watch what I say. So this might be the last video where I talk about the sacrifices. I'm going to talk in a different way. Because we're always in mixed company and you just have to read between the lines. And if you can't understand, you shouldn't fucking be on this platform with the cursed prophet. And whoever I'm going to transform myself into after I'm not the cursed prophet anymore. But, something don't add up with them numbers. Something ain't right. This shit's wrong with Regina King's son. I don't like it. If Regina King did what I think she did, she's going to live to regret it. And the ancestors in the end are going to make her pay for it. The worst thing a mother can ever do is to harm her son. Just like the worst thing a father can do is harm his daughter. I don't want to do her like that, and I don't want to believe that she had anything to do with this. I want to hope that he really had a mental disorder, and even if he really did have a mental disorder, that still is a spirit. That's the spirit of, depression, the spirit of schizophrenia, the spirit of bipolar, the spirit of a chemical imbalance came and did what they were supposed to do and succeeded in making that boy go fully over the edge. You guys let them mourn. I don't want to talk about, the dead Regina King in that way, and it hurts me to say that, but we got to talk about what's real and what's right and what the fuck it is. And what the fuck it's looking like is some funny shit. Also, what's going on with all these fashion designers dying? What happened to that? Because I didn't know who he was. What happened to the big that big nigga that was wearing the things that look like curtains? What really happened to him? Because I heard he was trying to do something for homeless people. And then I heard that people were trying to push him out of shit that he owned. People were starting to turn their backs on him. Did he really end up like Brittany Murphy? And went across seas and started looking at paperwork and found something out? Because we all know that Brittany Murphy was going across seas and Dubai and shit and fucking those rich men. But when she was fucking with Ashton Kutcher, she came across something. And that he used to dog her out. Would call her over for sex and shit. Act like he liked her and dog her. Passed her around to different niggas. The love of Brittany Murphy's life was Ashton Kutcher. And I used to love me some Ashton Kutcher. He's not shit though. Don't he run that campaign called Thorn for the sex trafficking? Isn't it funny how these celebrities be running platforms like that? Like, how are y'all gonna run a platform for sex trafficking when y'all sex traffic? Allegedly. The fuck? But really, what's really good with this designer who just died? And the white one who just died. It's a lot of deaths going on. Are these people really dead already? And they're just not reporting on it? Is Wendy Williams really dead? Because this shit's starting to get old with her in these stories. I know Wendy Williams is off the chain. But Wendy Williams also is private and has a certain pedigree about her too. She's got a Jersey pedigree about her. Very Jersey. I know my family from New York. I'm not, but they are. Some of them. Has Wendy Williams been executed just like Beyonce and Jay-Z and Ellen? Allegedly. And if not, who was throwing all that spell work at her? Because she going through it. Does she have a breakdown that they can't bring her back from? Is the spirit not mounting on her the right way? I know niggas out here that been on meth their whole life, and they're not going through the shit she's going through. As quiet as it's kept, my grandma's been on crack majority of her life. Went through cancer and then some. And ain't like that. That bitch ain't got no dementia. Who was sending the voodoo to Wendy Williams? And why, with all that money, is nobody protecting Wendy Williams? I don't care what you guys say. I don't like the bitch neither sometimes. But Wendy Williams used to keep it real with us. She's still one of ours. You can't trust the bitch. Don't tell her your business. It's a damn shame that her son is the only person she can trust. And that raggedy nigga Kelvin, the fuck, whatever his name is. Where are our brothers and sisters at? So we're just gonna let them take one of the last real ones on TV in the news? Because the bitch be slurring words and forgetting things every once in a while. She be talking out the side of her neck, but Wendy Williams be talking real shit sometimes, though. Or at least she used to. That's why she got the purple chair. It's a lot of energy going on, y'all. I'm scared. Fuck. It's scary. Yeah. The Cursed Prophet. Over and out.